Well, hello, friends, and thank you for dropping by. So, today I'd like to talk about a new found product. Well, it's new to me, anyways. It's a face makeup that is for mature skin, and it's not my old faithful Saint. It's something different. I've used it probably for about a week now, and I have to say that I like it. But I'm still a Saint girl. I'm still a Saint girl. So let me show you. Now, you may have seen this. It's been around for a little while. It is by Bobbi Brown, and it's called Jones Road. And I saw it on, where did I see it? Reels on Instagram and here on YouTube. I don't do much TikTok, so I go on once in a while, then I delete it, and then I put it back on, I install it, but TikTok's not my type of thing. So what I did today is I decided that I wanted to give you a full view of my bare skin with no hair to distract it. I'm actually going to be starting a new skin regimen actually today. I have a few little brown spots that I've noticed that have started on my skin, and I want to get rid of them. So I'm going to be using this product. I'm going to be working with an esthetician down in Florida who I have worked with before when I used to do the Zio skincare. She has now got her own new line, and so I'm giving that a try. I did for a while break away from Zio, tried something else, and I thought it might work, but you know what? Those brown spots started to come back, and it's wasn't strong enough. I have to say that I am a full believer in medical grade skincare. You may not be, but I am. So I will let you know more about that as time goes on. But right now we're going to talk about this Joanne Road. Now, I haven't done anything other than put on my mascara. You'll have to forgive me. I am constantly clearing my throat because I ended up getting a chest cold for about 4 days, and because I am somewhat asthmatic, it has lingered on. So please forgive me. All right, so we're going to get started. I bought 3 products, so this isn't sponsored by anybody. This is just my honest opinion, okay? So I bought the 3 products. I bought what they called the WTF. I know. You were probably thinking what I was thinking. No, it's what the foundation. That's what it's called. And I got it in the color beige. I actually took this little quiz that they had on their website. And so that's what I went with. So anyways, here's the color. And they do tell you that when you first get it that you need to stir it up. Because see, it is of a cream, almost a whip consistency. So let me just... now, I have to say that I was quite surprised on how well this matched, how well it looked on my skin. The whole idea, I think, in her concept is, well, I do like her attitude. So if you're not following Bobbi Brown on Instagram, you probably should if you're a mature woman, because she's also a mature. Is what it looks like. Can you see it? And then I'm just going to, and then it just kind of fades. But it does give you a little bit of coverage. I'll tell you what I really like about this foundation, as well as Saint, because I get the same effect, is I love the way my skin glows. So, if you are someone who doesn't like the skin to look dewy, or you don't like the glow and you like a more matty look, well, then I'm not the girl for you, because I like glow. I like my skin to look illuminating. I love the way it looks. But you can put powder over top of that. But then to me, that's like, well, that defeats the purpose, right? All right. And I also, okay, so I got that. Then I also wanted something that would match my lips. Now, I have other lip liners that I use, but I've always been looking for one that would match the color of my lips so that my lips don't look like they're outlined, but they're outlined. You know what I mean? Okay. It's kind of an oxymoron, isn't it? So I got this because when I was watching her Instagram live, she had mentioned how she really tried to get the colors that would match the lips so that they wouldn't be so there in your face. Those weren't her words. Those are mine. And so anyways, this is it. And I want to say it is a This is called Nude Pink. And there it is. I don't know if you can see it. See? It really does look great on my lips. I'm telling you, it does. And I'm going to take a drink of water. So I hope everybody is doing great as you're watching this video. Today is a cloudy day in upstate New York here. And our May has been pretty hectic. If you watched my video before, you know that my birthday's in May, my anniversary's in May, my husband's birthday's in May, and our daughter's birthday's in May. So we are now done with birthdays. So we're going to get back to normal. So there's that. I purchased that. And I'm always, always looking for a brow pencil. Something to make my brows pop. Now, right now, I have nothing on my brows. These are from being microbladed, probably about almost 2.5 years ago. But I always have a little bit of gray. I don't always have a little bit of gray. I have gray in my hair. So I have gray hairs that come up. And I found that with microblading, I liked, because I like the outline and I can follow it, but it wasn't hiding the gray. So I'm always looking for something to hide the gray. So I got their pencil in gray. Let me just show you. And that's in gray. Probably it looks more like a brownish color to you. But I really like it. It's probably the first gray pencil that I have found that I really like. So I'm going to put that on today. And they say that it has little fibers in it. So, okay. All right, let's get started. So this makeup, from my understanding, is buildable. All right. And the way she instructs you to use it is to start out with very little and bring it all over your face. Now, I do have my sunscreen on, my skincare, everything. So I do have my sunscreen on. I've let the sunscreen soak in. I'm sure you've heard it before, but if you haven't, wear sunscreen. Wear some type of sunscreen. I wear 50 and above, and I use the Zio skincare sunscreen. I absolutely love. And I've used that for years, and it helps also with, when you're working on computers, the light, the blue light that comes off from the computers, it works with that. Because if I'm going to spend the money to get rid of these brown spots, which I know you're probably thinking, there's no brown spots. Believe me, there are, and I want to get them before they get too big. I'm going to use sunscreen. So I do use sunscreen, and I let that soak in. I don't ever put my makeup on top of my sunscreen right after I put my sunscreen on. I always let my skincare soak in. So let me just show you. So I'm going to dab it in. Now, I think that that's a little too much. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I always take the back end of the cover, and then I'm just going to stipple it. I am using called Real Technique brush. This is not a Saint brush, and I'm just stippling it in. And I'm going to move it all around. And I'm going to see how I'm bringing it up. And I'm just pressing it in. Now, I don't know if you can see the difference. And I'll tell you, here's the thing. When you have, most of us use ring lights to do our videos. And so it is hard. It is hard for us. I don't really see the effect of how it looks on my skin until after I start watching the video. All right, and I'm just going to go a little bit on my eyes because I got nothing on my eyes except my mascara. And sometimes you can go in a swirling motion. You do you, I do me, right? That's my dog, but they've been out, so I don't know what they're barking at. All right, so now I'm going to go to the other side. See the little bit I have on there? And I splotch it all over. And this I like to wear if I'm just at home. It gives me a little bit of coverage in case I want to run to the store and I want a little bit of glow. But when I go to church, or I'm going out on the town, or if I'm going to do a lot of shopping, I wear my Old Faithful Saint. There's nothing like it to me. I've used that makeup for 3 years now, and I will always use it. But I thought, why not try something different? So there. So now, I don't know. I like the way it looks. I like the glow. I like the shine. I do. I will tell you, at first touch, it is a little tacky, but I made it a point to actually watch it throughout the day. And what I noticed as time went on, this was less tacky. And I don't use any powder. Now, I will use a setting spray on oh, that kind of was silly, on my face. I do use a setting spray, and I use Morphe setting spray. Absolutely love it. And I do put that on. So, and I'm going to put a little bit underneath here. And on the jawline. All right. Okay. I like it. I'm going to use my old Faithful mirror. Can you see it? I really like it. And they were spot on with the color that they suggested. I think there's only, I should have looked. But I think there was only like 6 or 7 colors that they had. And this one was the one that was suggested for me. Okay. Now we're going to let that set. I'm not sure if I personally would probably use a cream blush. And I think they do have some type of blush on there also. But I really like Saint. So I'll just put a little bit of Saint over top of it. And then I do sometimes put a powder blush over top of that too. So there's that. Now, let's go ahead and do the brows. Now, I'm going to try something different because I always do my brows. I always use a mascara brow. A brow mascara, I should say. And then I will use a pencil. But let's just do the pencil. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to take light, very light strokes. I'm following the curve of my brow, and then I don't go in straight when I do my brows. Never. Because I find that if I do, I end up with like little dots, you know, and I want them to look natural. There's another oxymoron, right? So I always hold it at an angle, and then now I will say for me, this is a little too fat for me. But we're going to work with it. And then I'm going to come up here, and I want a little bit more of an arch. And then I'm going to fill this in. And then I'm going to take this. I don't know if this is going to work. This is the first time. And then I'm going to go like that to go against the gray hair. Now, I think the one thing I'm going to invest in, and let me know what if you use like a brow gel. What is there a good brow gel out there? I don't use a brow gel, but I'm wondering if I should. Okay, let's do this side. So now we're going to go here. You know, I remember back in the day, I never had to do this with my brows. There was one girl back when I was in high school, back in the 70s, and I remember she literally looked like, now this side is a little harder for me. I think she shaved her eyebrows off and then just penciled them in. And when I say penciled in, she just went voop, voop, you know, like a line. I always thought it looked kind of strange. And then we're going to come up here. Yeah, I will say right now, as far as outlining, I do like this. But as far as outlining my brows, I prefer a thinner pencil. So I will use this just to kind of fill in those areas. Okay? So that's their brow. What do they call this? It's gray. And it's called a brow pencil. Oh, Imagine that. It's called a brow pencil. Okay. So there we go. And I've got one more thing I want to show you. But before I do, let me put on some blush. I'm going to take a drink of water. You know, I would love it if you would share what kind of makeup you guys like. I mean, I'm always willing to try new makeup. I'm liking this. I like to wear this around the house. Like I said, my Saint is my go-to if I'm going to go out for the evening or go to church or something like that. I like that. It's as easy to put that on as it is this. But I do like this if I don't want to, you know, do any contouring. But with Saint, you don't have to do contouring either. But I'm just talking if I don't want to, you know, get all dolled up, right? But I do like this. Sorry. Let me go with, I'm going to go with Black Cherry. And let me just show you the Black Cherry here. This is kind of dirty. I wasn't planning on showing you that. But this is Black Cherry. And I know when you look at it, you think, oh my gosh. But it's really pretty. It really is. And all you need is a little bit. So do you see that little bit? Now, it's a dirty brush. I know. It's a dirty brush. But it'll work. So now I'm going to go right here on my bone. And I'm going to place this Black Cherry on there. And then I like to just kind of pounce it and blend it. And I always try to lift it up instead of down, because we don't need to have anything go down. It already goes down by itself, doesn't it, ladies? Everything goes down. That's what I always say. Everything goes down, dries up, and falls out, right? Yeah, I just turned 66, so... But, you know, I'm thankful. I'm thankful. Not everybody gets to live to be 66, right? Right. So I'm thankful. So now I'm going to go on this side. I always start up here because that's where most of the color is going to land. See? See how that landed there? And then I can just kind of blend it. And you can always add more if you want. Isn't that pretty? I think it is. It just is the right, and I always put some on my chin. I don't know why, but I do. Isn't that pretty? Now, like I said, you might not like this glow, and this will settle down a little bit. It's still a little tacky, but it does settle down. But again, if you don't like it, you can always, you know, put some powder on there. And did they have powder on there? I'm not sure if she had powder or not. I'll put her website. I'll put the website in the description. All right, so there's that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take just a little bit of my contour here and just put a little bit. I like to put a little bit up here. It gives me just a little bit of color. You see, so I can mix and match. Oh, let's work on the jowls. See, so I mix and match. So now I'm using my contour from Saint along with this. Oh, I kind of like it. This is the first time I've ever done this. I have used the blush, but I didn't use the contour with it. I like it. There we go. And let's put a little bit of contour on my eyes. See, look at that. Compared. All it is just a little bit of contour. I'm using our powder brush from Saint. And there. Voila. We're done. Nothing fancy. Oh, let's do lips. I want to show you this color. So here's the lip color. Always make sure you have a point. I probably could have a lot pointier point, but we're going to work with this. I always start here. And then I come down the middle. And see, it's not too much. And let's go ahead and let's put some lipstick on. You know what? Let's do black cherry. Let's put some black cherry on. Let me see. Do I have any? Hold on. You know, I wish I had done a before picture. I always forget to do before pictures. I do. I don't know why, but I just do. All right, here we go. I'm going to use the cherry. I'm going to use my multitasker. I'm looking in my mirror down here. And there you go. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions about anything pertaining to this makeup that I use, or share, I would love for you to share what makeup you use or what you found that works for you, especially for the mature skin. You know, for the aging skin, you know, we've kind of gone from aging to mature, I guess, to make it sound a little bit better. But either way, it is what it is, right? So remember, aging is a fact. But looking your age, it doesn't have to be. You guys have a blessed day or evening, and I'll see you soon.